Yes, 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 Big Widders. I know I sound sleepy again, but then this time around, I'm actually heading to sleep rather than waking up. Usually, when I sound sleepy, it's because I just woke up from, you know, some rest. But then this time, I'm heading to bed. So yeah, I just felt like hopping on here, even though didn't really have much to say, or rather, I always have much to say. Rather, I just didn't have any sort of gathered thoughts. My thoughts are currently are like rather like scattered, and I hate that feeling because it gives you the that undesirable feeling of just having to think about too many things at once. I hate that feeling. I hate that feeling of trying to retrace my steps, even though it's countless things that I'm trying to retrace my thoughts, rather, even though it's countless things that I'm trying to think of, you know. Hate that feeling. I hate the feeling of not being able to recollect a thought that I was, dwelling on, even though it was very unimportant. I need to learn how to let go of that. Because my brain will be better. Life will be better, I feel. If I can just, not worry about the thing that I forgot about. But yeah, it's currently Thursday. I'm waiting for the 6th, aka Monday, the 6th of October 2025, obviously, so that I could go talk to that robotics guy. I'm thinking of taking my guitar with me, for two reasons: to show him that I'm legit and I'm really serious about whatever it is that I'm trying to address him about, and secondly, to just be prepared. Like we can sit and talk for as long as we can, but then at a stage we're gonna have to get the tools out and start working. So I just wanted to be prepared for that. I just hope that he's fond enough of whatever I've got going on. He's fond enough of my plan, fond enough of me to you know meet up with me again at a later stage. No, did he? Because he's given me 2 hours of consultation, but I fear that might not be enough. Like I said in the previous video, he's like a very no nonsense type of guy. So I fear that he'll hear my case. He'll hear me plead my case, and then it won't move him, or it will move him, but then due to his no nonsense kind of nature, he will just restrict himself to the 2 hours that he gave me, whether he liked my mission or not. Also, at this stage of the game, it's tempting to just dump all of your ideas onto the one person who could potentially help you bring them to life, but then that's only going to make things move even slower, I think. Funny enough, ironically. What you want to do is introduce one thing at a time. And I think the way I'm going to go about that is I'm going to tell him what I want. I'm not going to try to talk about ways to achieve it because that's his job. And honestly, I'm not qualified, nor do I have anywhere near the understanding to even bring those things up. So I'm just gonna tell them what I want. I want a pedal that does A, B, and C. I'm not gonna talk too much, even though I can. Then that's just gonna convolute stuff, right? I'm gonna tell them, I want a pedal that does 1, 2, and 3. What's the Because I'm trying to lean towards affordability with my pedals as opposed to quality, because I understand that plenty of companies are nailing the quality aspect. So I thought I could lean more into the affordability stuff, especially considering that my pedals don't need to be high quality, seeing as they're gimmick pedals. They're joke pedals almost, pretty much. So I'm gonna tell them that I want a pedal that's A, B, and C, and that's pretty cheap. A pedal that's pretty cheap. Yeah, I wanna prioritize affordability over anything else. So I'm gonna tell him that, and I'm gonna ask him what's the cheapest way to achieve this, because I want the consumer to be able to purchase this at a very cheap, price. That's the biggest thing I'm worried about. I've abandoned ideas of purchasing particular parts due to the fact that they were like rather expensive, above a certain price point that I was willing to cough up or to go by. And other things that I hope the the way I go about making these pedals is easily reproducible. I don't want to have to run to him every time I want to make another pedal. By the end of the course that I spend with him, I do want to walk away knowing how to completely put together these little devices without the aid of an electronic engineer or robotics guy, like in the case of him, or an electrical engineer or anything, you know. And the only time I'd want to meet, or I should have to meet up with him, is in the case of producing an entirely new pedal, like a new entry into my array of pedals, into my line of pedals. That's the only time I'd have to go to him, because that would be me trying to develop a new pedal, develop a new effect. So yeah, that's the kind of stuff I've been thinking about. I've been thinking about the videos that I'll be making in order to promote these pedals as well. Yeah, I just can't wait to get going. Otherwise, I hope you guys are blessed. God is good. All of that. All of that. And good night from me.